Hello, Virgos. I'm going to do a reading for Virgos. Welcome, one and all. Of course, for any sign or cross watchers as well. And this is for a 2/2/22 reading. See what energies want to come through, what messages. Actually, other than the tarot here, I want to start with my singing bowl and maybe some oracle cards. I hope everybody is safe and well. And again, welcome to Goddess is as Goddess Does Tarot. All right. And this singing bowl here, just going to cleanse our space, clear our minds. All right. Get some clarity. I'm actually going to switch to my headset here, so I think you'll get better sound. All right, hopefully that is working. I've got the Dragon Tarot cards again today. Dragon Path, excuse me. And they're not tarot, they're oracle. Dragon Path, oracle cards. I'll show you what this looks like. I can't remember if I got them on Amazon or not. I wouldn't be surprised if they're available there. If I find them, I'll link them down below. All right, and what messages do we have for Virgo for 2/2/22? Spirit. What would we like to hear from the Oracle for Virgo for 2/2/22? I think I saw Puxatawny Phil saw his shadow today, so we are looking for 6 more weeks of winter. I'm not super excited about that myself. I'm ready for winter to have, I guess I'm not sure about that, because now where I'm at, summers mean wildfires, which also I'm not excited about. I guess I'm looking for a perpetual spring-fall climate situation somewhere. If anybody knows where that is, please let me know in the comments so I can start making my plans appropriately. Let me know what it's like where you are. I think that one definitely wants to come out for us. And let's just see also what's on the bottom of the deck, what's on the top. Crystal, Everberry, Matriarch, and Actress. And you know what? I'm not familiar with any of these right now. These are new to me. So let's look them up. We've got Crystal. I'm actually going to start here. Here we are. I will guide you to discover the best way you can heal. This dragon comes with the strength and power to delve deep into our ancestral past and bring healing. She usually follows the matriarchal line back through the passage of time. She states, "The time has come to release the chains that bind the continued pain from your ancestors, which has been passed down from generation to generation. You do not need to own this, as it is not and never was your pain to bear." And she reassures us, is it safe to explore old family hurts and release them to her. If she's shown up today in your reading, ask for her wisdom to guide you in the best way to heal the past and move forward in your life. Okay. If the Everberry Matriarch has flown into your awareness today, she wants you to visit an old natural temple, stone circle, or other ancient sacred site and connect to the energy of the land there. She asks you to ground yourself, be still, and ask for her guidance. And I would imagine we don't have a lot of henges in the US, maybe forest. Where I am, when I need to ground and connect, I often will go to one of our forests, or we have also coastline, and I am really connected to the ocean. If you have a body of water, a lake, a river, um, that might also be, something, the sort of site that would assist you, or, an old family, if you have an old family home, a place where, your ancestry is connected. Let's see, I'm looking up crystal for us. I must have passed it. Here we are. Let me guide you, Crystal says, in flowing with the rhythm of your life. This beautiful and peaceful dragon's main role is as a galactic dragon, is to support all indigo and crystal children who have special and unusual abilities and traits, adults and those on the autistic spectrum. She is, in fact, named after the crystal children. She fully understands the complexities that can accompany these children and adults, so is here to support them and their families as much as possible. She urges us to explore their richness of talent in whatever area works for them. For example, this could be numbers, sport, art, music, or pottery, or anything that allows the mind to unleash and creativity to flow. This one speaks to me so much. I'm not a Virgo, but my son is, and he is on the spectrum as well. And that also, I think, kind of touches on the family line. A lot of times we've been carrying burdens and hurts that aren't, like it said, we're never ours to bear. And then one of our children comes through in a little bit of a different way that I think is intended to assist us in this release. I can tell you where I'm at. There's plenty of ways to get involved to and support local communities. I know parents who struggle with different issues with kids, be it on the spectrum or other cognitive, what do we want to say, trying to think of a specific word, but there's a lot of different cognitive types of diagnoses like ADHD and different forms of obsessive compulsive disorder or related concerns. And a lot of people are dealing with different aspects of mental health, and it's only been amplified during this pandemic. So if you're moved to get involved, if you're moved to reach out, I think there's not a single community in the entire US of A that doesn't have need of that. I would be very surprised to find out that some community somewhere had it covered, because I just don't think that's the case. I really feel like, and that's getting involved, also giving back, speaks to giving back, and that often helps us release the past as well. It's often part of a journey to let go. All right, and then Actramus. Let's go ahead and move on and look up Actramus. Seems like I've either gone too far or not far enough each time. Okay. Here we go. Got it. Sorry about that. Thank you for hanging in, guys. All right, Anactimus says, integrate the higher vibrations with your work and life. Actimus connects with the Acturian civilization, the peacekeepers of the galaxy. This beautiful dragon announced himself to me, stating, I am the dragon Actimus of the 7th Golden Ray dimension. I am kin to the Atlantean dragons who were 7th dimensional, but chose to work with the 5th dimensional beings of Atlantis and oversee the raising of their vibration to the 7th dimension. It's the I in that speaking of the author of these oracle cards. If Actimus has joined your reading today, heed his words. The time has come for you to begin integrating with the 7th dimensional golden ray energy and initiate the process of anchoring its frequency into your being. This will enable you to shift the old layers of 3D energy and release it naturally. It heralds the next phase of your incredible journey. And you know, I'd want to say that comes back to support both of the way these cards are working together too. You might be feeling like whatever you have been doing up to this point, and I think a lot of people are right now, you need a change. You want something that speaks more to your spirit, to feed your soul, connect with your own inner and higher self, and bring that, really ground that in your everyday life so that it's just not, a distant part of corner, a niche of your life, but it really has become fundamental and something that you're centered around. And it's, kind of saying maybe now is the time. Let's go ahead and set these over here. Won't let them get too far, because they probably will continue to speak to us throughout the reading. I'm going to bring out the tarot cards. Virgos. What messages do we have for Virgos for 2/2/22? Certainly a portal of sorts. We have Mercury's gone direct, joining Venus, which also just went direct. Communications and love relationships too is something that has sort of been on hold, might come bursting forth here. Let's just see, what messages do we have for Virgos? 2/2/22, and I'll start with my usual 7 cards, and then we'll try to get some clarifications as well. Cards. You sure you want to come out? Let's see what we got. We've got 7 there and one to grow on. I'm going to pull that aside. Let's look and see what's on the bottom of the deck here. Okay, the Tower. What did I say? Something bursting through. For me, I see the Tower, although it can be something falling down, not unlike what we saw happen as this whole pandemic thing hit in early 2020. Systems that we had become established, that we were accustomed to, began to crumble. And that's kind of can be what a tower is. But also, I see it as a breakthrough, as something sort of rising. Maybe it leaves something in its dust, but that energy coming and exploding through. That's what I'm feeling. Let's get into it. Okay, Virgo. Very interesting. Very interesting. Let's have a look. Okay. Oh, thank you for waiting. I'm very interested. And then let's just go ahead and flip this over. Oh, wow. Okay. So, Virgo, in the past, we have the Three of Swords here, which, I love this deck so much because it really does a very effective job of representing visually and with this word that they have each top of each card, what the cards really mean. And this one is saying sorrow. There might have been something in the past that caused great heartbreak, a grief, a loss, or it could have been something that a fear of a loss, so to speak. This card here is present. And here we have the Prince of Swords. And the Prince in this deck is more like a knight. The knights in this deck are like the kings in other decks. So we usually interpret the Prince of Swords would be, we'd interpret it like a Knight of Swords in this deck. Which speaks to something coming in quickly. Information could be coming in, mail, email. The swords are the fastest suit of the tarot, and I often associate it with electronic communication. And I'm really just looking here. We've got your Knight of Cups, which would be like a king, like I said. It's a very stable and mature, emotionally mature, patient, masculine type energy. That's your future. That's what we're seeing in the future here. And again, there's no gender in the tarot, so just in the energetic capacity of each individual. The surrounding energies here in the fourth card, the Judgment. Something is coming in, a decision in your favor. Justice is a culmination of a situation that maybe was out of balance, coming into balance here. This is your Resistance, and this is a Prince of Wands, which we would also see as a knight. We'll just see that one a little closer. This might speak to ambitions that you have, that you're worried about. Maybe you're afraid something that you're working on is going to be blocked. And I'm not saying that that's the case here. This is the greatest fear, biggest wish, is something unseen. Perhaps you're trying to bring something into existence or create a new dynamic in a situation. And then this is your outcome, your answer, being the Queen of Wands. This could be an individual in your life, or something, an aspect of yourself. The Queen of Wands is stable. She's an intellectual, mature, female type of energy. She will be very good in business. She might be quite creative as well. You could be looking to create a situation where you're going into business for yourself. The Knight of Cups over here in the future also does kind of speak to partnership. You've got was effectively a king here and a queen, not of the same suit, but you do have what we would refer to as a knight of the same suit as well. I feel like you're moving out of a time that was a bit dark. Maybe you felt isolated. Maybe you were isolated. Maybe it was just, the whole quarantine situation. And that was really hard. There was, again, there could be some loss involved. Your life may have taken a shift, a hard shift in a way you had not foreseen. But what's coming is very enriching. Relationship-wise, the King of Cups is also very mature and successful in most all aspects of life. So that person, it could be a person coming in, or it could just be, again, an aspect of the self if you're looking to try to become self-employed. And of course we have the Magus over here who just really wanted to be a part of the whole party, wanted to get in here. And that, again, is speaking to that really almost divine creative spark. So with the sorry guys, the major arcana, speaking to your higher power, be that who or whatever you believe or have faith in. That power, that spark of that creative ability to bring forth whatever it be, business, to bring forth family, and even in some cases life. I don't see any evidence of growing a family here, so I'm really not thinking that's where that is. But that Magus, in this context, something unseen leads me to believe that what you're really hoping for is not something you've really shared. You're keeping this to yourself. You're keeping it close to your chest. You're working sort of one-on-one with the universe. And the universe is saying, I'm here for you, and I want to guide you. You have the internal disposition. You have the resources and the skill sets, the tools, so to speak, in your proverbial toolbox to achieve what you've been planning. It may not be time to bring everybody in yet, but it is something that is going to be happening for sure. Let's add another couple cards and see what we have here. Let's see what else we have. All right, Spirit, help me bring some messages here for 2222 for Virgo. What messages do we have for Virgo? Interesting. Coming up. Right. We have the Fool. Let's see if there are any other messages to add. Oh, yeah, that's too many. Ooh. The Two of Discs or Pentacles. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. So this speaks to the Fool is leaving one level of life and sort of stepping into a new one. It speaks to embarking on something completely fresh, which again, I think falls right in here with, bringing something that you're planning into fruition. It could be, it could be a nonprofit or a volunteer project. It could be a business. or something else that, you know, something else entirely. This does speak to bringing it forward. You know, starting, so whatever it is that you, this time of sorrow perhaps that was left in the past, that's something that's complete. That's something that you did already. And then you're doing this now. You are moving on. You're going to start something new. And this is interesting here. The Two of Pentacles. Really, I'm feeling like this says be open to communication, but show you this card a little bit. And the Knave of Cups. This is also sort of, would be like maybe a princess from another deck. The Knave of Cups on the bottom of the deck. And this kind of speaks to a time of being solemn and working on it, a kind of an apprenticeship card. It could speak to, you know, putting a little more effort into your plan. And if you're in a place where you've already gotten some feedback, you may be being asked to contour your plan a little bit, and this is suggesting, you know, to be open to that, to be open to suggestions, possible constructive criticism kind of a thing. Hopefully nobody's shaming. It's bad. No shame and blame. But, you know, somebody may be giving you the advice of wisdom and experience, and if that's the case, you should definitely take it. And the Magus also does kind of speak to that advice of wisdom and experience. Again, so does the Queen of Wands. And potentially the Knight of Cups. This might be, you know, suggesting to you, if you've got something you're working on, but you've got a little bit of doubt in here, you're kind of a newbie at whatever new thing that you're doing. That's not to say you don't have plenty of expertise, but this particular plan or project is a challenge, and so you're starting out on a fresh note. And there may be someone in your vicinity who has that experience, who has that expertise, who's offering you a little bit of leadership. Don't let your pride get in your way. This is a really good thing. You know, it's better than learning from failure is learning from a guide who has the wisdom and expertise to teach you from their failure. And I'll stand by that every time. One more. I want to see one more card. We'll get you one more card before we go out here, Virgo. Looks like the energy of February is bringing in a time for action, a time for learning. All right, give me one final message, Spirit. Keep seeing a card almost pop out. Oh, that's a lot of them. That's too many. All right. Let's get one more card. Oh, looks like I got one in my hand. We got Three of Wands. This is a meeting of minds. In the Necronomicon Tarot, this is where Princess has rendezvous with the creatures of the deep. So I am seeing an exchange. You might be more, less of a mentor situation and more of a collaboration. A collaboration from two distinctly different perspectives or types of work, two distinctly different kinds of expertise coming together to create something entirely new is really what this card brings to the table here. You have an opportunity for some kind of partnership be it a you know, mentor student, or just a collaboration. And it could be relationship wise, but I am definitely seeing something a little more business or community oriented. As far as that goes, Virgo, I'm really excited to see what you guys have in the works, and I hope this helped. If anybody finds this and it resonates with you, also guys, it's going to be, I should have said this all along, timeless. Really, when you're searching on YouTube for your tarot or whatever it is, you know, you're searching for, and whatever you're drawn to in the moment is usually what's right for you. At least some of us believe that, and I'm one of those people. So whenever you find this reading, if it's past the 2/2/22, you know, time frame, it doesn't really matter. The messages may be quite relevant for you in your personal, individual life. So anyway, I love you all. Thank you again for joining me in this video. And if you find these messages resonate with you, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.